Hello and welcome back, Facebook Live. And we're here for another episode of MuscleKingz Lounge. Thanks for joining me. I'm your host, M. Rivers. This will be our last episode for the year, so I hope you got your kicks so far. If you missed the first 3 episodes, make sure you go back and check them out. We featured the Vicious Stang, Corn-Fed Camaro, and the 0 to 60 design Mustang GTT. Don't forget, this show is created to get you involved and have that fan interaction through Facebook. We want you guys sharing, commenting, DMing pictures of your cars, asking questions, and just really participating because we're here for you. We have some great prizes to give out from our partners at K&N Air Filters, Hogue Knives, and more. Today, we get the pleasure of checking out Jon Secks' 1967 Chevelle. This bow tie's got 632 cubic inch Chevy big block with 840 horsepower, but it's been restored and maintains a classic stock look. We're going to sit down and chat with Griffin Steinfeld, who's a racer and a builder. He's working on a car right now we're excited to talk about and feature on a future episode. Then it's on to our feature car of the night. We've got John Henson's 1970 Chevy Nova. So get your questions ready for these guests. Your questions get you that much closer to receiving prizes, and man, do we have a stack list of prizes tonight. Be sure to engage and be a part of the conversation. We have a special announcement also tonight that is some huge news from MuscleKingz and our followers, so make sure you stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss that. For those of you who have already joined and have shared, check your Facebook Messenger because our crew is reaching out to you loyal followers, and for that we have a $100 gift certificate from K&N and a Hogue knife for another lucky winner. Stick with us throughout the show, share our live feed, tell your friends, family, and followers because we will continue to give away prizes to those who are interacting and being a part of the show. It's an honor to be here tonight with you and our guests. So on that note, let's toss it inside to the bar with my co-hosts, Redneck and Miss Sarah Price.
I'm sorry I missed you last week, but I decided to come back to the party. Can't wait to show you what we have on set tonight. It's going to be awesome.
Don't forget to send us your questions to us or our guests and let us know what you're thinking. We'll answer them. Me and Sarah are both reading the questions as we go, so we'll try to answer them as soon as we can and if we can. And then make sure to like and share the site. I hope you enjoy the show. So
we already have a fan favorite. And that goes out to Carlos M. with the 2015 Ford Mustang GT. It's freaking a rad car.
With the Paxton supercharger on it.
Look at that.
We have actually some stacks right here. Man. Has an airlift kit on it, some Paxton supercharger. Man, all kinds of stuff
gold
going
wheels.
on there.
Yeah, you got 665 rear wheel horsepower, 91 octane fuel on it. Nice. 734 horsepower with 109 octane in it.
I wonder how fast I'd go.
We have to test drive it.
Yep.
Oh, that's what we do here, by the way. We test drive everyone's fan favorite. They don't know that yet. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm M. Rivers, your host. Episode 4, right?
Episode 4.
Our last one of the season. It's super awesome. Live interactive with Facebook. I want to welcome to the show our first guest from Huntington Beach, California with his 67 Chevelle. It's Jon Secks. Welcome to the show, Jon.
Beautiful car.
Before we talk about it, let's take a look at it. Throw to the clip.
Waiting for the day to break. I ain't letting go. Way down below. It's man, I gotta pay to be a slave. Saying you're gonna stop the fire. Everybody fell for the grave. Ain't nobody know how you gonna go when it comes to take you away. I gotta get him to own me. Gotta get him to know me. Gotta get him to bring my house down. Gotta get him to take me. Gotta get him to make me. Need a second to play my case now. Give me what I got for free.
Man, welcome back. That was an awesome clip, man. We were just enjoying looking at that car. It looks great.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the build.
Thank you.
632 cubic inch big block, 840 horsepower, 910 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah.
It sounds incredible. It's just like when you showed up with that car, I was like, it reminded me of the racetrack. It reminded me of growing up. That car just sounds right, nice and lumpy. It's super rad. Let's talk about it. How long have you had the car? What were your aspirations for the car? And what made you decide to style it the way you did and put the big block in it and go with those wheels? And let's just talk about it.
Yeah, all right. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome to the
Appreciate
show,
it.
man.
Right on. I've had it for quite 12, 13 years now, and maybe a little bit longer. But I used to, right when I first got it, I had a couple bottles of nitrous on it and trying to pop wheelies. Then going from there to just having fun and trying to build something, basically build my dream car. And that's what I was doing. I have a lot of cars, and this one in particular was, my favorite. Muscle car is the epitome of muscle to me.
Yeah.
And Chevy the way, and let's roll.
Oh, the lines are awesome on it.
Thanks.
You did such a good job. Black. 18s up front, 20s in the back?
20s and 19s.
20s and 19s.
Yeah.
Okay.
With 11-inch wide. Yep. Custom.
Oh, that's right.
Made those, yeah.
And the hood, we talked about the hood because we talked about the car being all original, but you do have a slightly subtle effect on the hood. You've raised it about 2 inches, right, to clear that motor?
Yeah. So it's a 2-inch scoop.
Yeah.
And I went with that. I had to. Basically, I wanted the stock hood, but because of the motor, I had to get with the bigger heads, and it made me get a bigger.
Well, what I love about it is it still looks stock. It's got the classic lines, man.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with a little bit of chrome and an all black midnight paint job.
Yeah. Black on black.
The car's super clean. Everything inside the engine compartment, the headers, it's super well thought out, and you can tell the craftsmanship is awesome. So
thank you.
You should be really proud of it.
Yeah.
Aside from your badass car, you own Fat Bob's barbecue sauce. Like, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Like, I have it over here. We're about to go giveaway.
All right.
And we've been sniffing it.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
The rub smells good from a fat cook like me. I've been known to manage this figure in the kitchen or out on a grill a time or two, so
Right.
I'm really looking forward to putting this on the grill.
Yeah, not only is it, we had that just over a year now, and we just got in Albertsons, Vaughn's, Safeway, and we're just getting it going. It's at the beginning stages, and it's super healthy, and I have a partner, he's the chef, and that's his stepdad that passed away, and we're keeping his dream alive, and his name was Bob, and he's the chef, and I do all the sticker, the marketing, and we're just making it what it is, and it's healthy, and it's extremely healthy, gluten-free, no high fructose corn syrup, low in sodium sugar, but on top of it all, it's super tasty, as you probably could tell.
Yeah, that's so awesome. So cheers to Bob.
Cheers to
for
Bob.
the giveaway.
Yeah, we do got a giveaway for
Shout out
yours.
Bob.
Yep.
It's a merch pack.
Respect.
We've got 2 winners. We got Phil DeLorme from Rancho Cucamonga
Nice.
and Ray John from Oklahoma.
All right, congrats on that, you guys.
Go ahead.
Winner for your chicken dinner.
And we have 3 flavors too.
There you go.
The
Original,
original hickory.
and I didn't bring it, but we also have apple cinnamon for pork rub.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's it right there, and then rubs. Yeah.
Nice.
You're making me hungry, man.
I know. Now I barbecue.
I hope I get it out to everybody.
This Chevelle, what's the plans for it in the future? You're gonna drive it? You're gonna go to more shows? Obviously, you're gonna come to a MuscleKingz concert,
Of course.
and car shows. You have to now.
Yeah.
But I mean, we love the car. So, any future plans? Any other cars you got in the works?
Yeah, I have, like I said, a few cars, all a bunch of muscle cars for the most part, classics.
Right.
But this is my favorite, and right now I'm just going to try to start showing it, starting now.
Yeah.
And I just, like I said, just finished it just half a year ago, and I'll try and keep not driving it too much just for now. I'm going to get it at the Grand
3-pedal
Nationals.
car, Trimax, 6-speed. Okay, that's how you drive. You drive with 840 horsepower and 6 gears. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I like your style, man. I really do. Any questions from our viewers?
We do actually.
Okay, hit me.
So Phil DeLorme, who just won the barbecue sauce, he wants to know what exhaust setup you have in the Chevelle.
It's a 3-inch. all the way with a Flowmasters, second stage.
Nice.
And try to calm it down because it was too loud, and trying to bring it down a little bit. But
Single chamber just gets too much ratty out of it.
yeah, that's for sure. Yeah,
Twin chamber's better. Yeah.
it's good.
So you were at the show in July. What did you think about it?
Oh, I loved it. That's how this whole thing started. You know, they're great guys, and I really enjoyed it and got some good country music in it, and just had a good time with a lot of good people. It was awesome. It was a way bigger, unbelievable show up, I should say. It just kept on coming and coming. It was unbelievable how many people all over Instagram and social media. I can't believe it.
It happens fast when you got a clean car like that. I mean, it looks sleek and it looks almost all original. I mean, you would, to the naked eye, a normal person on the street wouldn't notice the hood's been changed.
Yeah.
And everything else it looks clean. It looks really clean.
Thanks.
You did a hell of a job with it.
I really wanted that stock hood, but I had to go with the bigger. And but my whole lines, I just wanted the stock look.
Yeah.
But obviously, the whole drivetrain is a little bit different.
It's a big car. You can get a lot of tire under there. You can get that. You got that motor shoehorned in there, but because it's such a huge motor. But there was tons of room. It's just a slightly bigger car that they went to, so it's actually worked out perfect for you.
Yeah.
No, we dig it. We dig it here. And you're an ex-surfer, Kat. You're a total West Coast dude.
Right.
You've been up and down the coast. We're talking about, I'm in Venice right now. We're talking about your days in Venice.
Yeah.
We're talking about Spider surfboards. Shout out Dennis Jarvis.
Yeah,
Spider
Dennis,
surfboard.
right on.
Yeah, homie.
That's great.
Man, I'm looking at Rupert just chilling right there. I don't think we've done a proper introduction to the dog on set today.
What dog?
Exactly.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You guys see a dog?
He's super chill.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, buddy.
His tongue's going to get your ear.
He's awesome. That's such a cool dog.
Are we doing 2 more giveaways for Olo Clip and lens set? And are we doing that yet? Are we on to that? We are. See, I'm pushing the show along. There it is. Olo, like Rolo. Okay, we got 2 giveaways. Oh no, it's an Olo Clip lens set and a Canon $100 filter. Live show, guys. Live show. John Marksman is the winner. Congratulations, John.
Make me smile when something created and gets given away.
Yeah.
I want that.
What else can we say about the Chevelle?
It's the coolest car I've ever seen.
Almost. No, it's good to get some old school. It's good to get some old school muscle
A
on
soft
them.
spot for what?
Novas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Novas are cool.
That is a pretty dang cool car.
Thanks.
Now you said the whole axle's custom fab, the whole rear end.
Yeah, the whole rear
Who
end's
fabbed
custom.
that and what gears you run? I know you're running 411s, but what gears you running? Strange or?
Yeah, they're actually, you know what? It's so funny. They're 100% built. I mean, it's no one will ever have 100%. Literally 100%.
Who fabricated that?
His name's Adam, a great guy. He owns Cali Customs, and he did. I give
Shout
him
out
all
Cali
props.
Customs.
Yep, shout out Cali. He's the man. He did the entire car. He finished it off, made it right, and it runs like it's one of those clockwork cars. To get to that build, we've done a lot again and again, but it's finally done. All the bugs worked out, and it wasn't even that many after he put his hands on it. And so, yeah, shout out to Cali for sure, and 714 for the interior.
714.
How long did it take you to build it?
8 years.
8 years.
8 years, yeah.
What do you plan to do with it?
Like I said, for my plan is the Grand Nationals, so I'm keeping it nice and pretty for that. And then after that, do some shows around America, going out to Kentucky, going out to Louisiana, and a couple other good ones. Michigan, I think there's a big one. And then, of course, the Grand Nationals to start with, and then go out to SEMA at the end of next year. And then I'll start just, maybe taking it for some drives and go from there.
Oh yeah.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, gotta run it.
Got to run it now. Yeah, after I did all this, now I want to let it run.
Yeah.
It wants to run. Let the beast roll.
Yeah, it wants to breathe.
Right.
John, I want to thank you coming out to the show and stick around.
Yeah. Okay.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Thank
Appreciate you. The
Great
car is
meeting you.
beautiful.
Thank you very much.
And we look forward to your other builds, but we also look forward to seeing it on the circuit.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Next on the show, we got Griffin Steinfeld. He's a NASCAR racer, drag racer, builder, and you may have seen some videos of his racing his farm truck. Let's go to a clip of Griffin right now.
Get a video, I'll do a little burnout, okay?
right? Steinfeld.
Yeah. Perfect.
Feel the heat in the street. He's tearing it up on the track. Here he is. Welcome to the show, Griffin Steinfeld. Move it up. Thanks for coming, man. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
Yeah, dude. So you're a young man of many traits.
Yes,
It's got
sir,
four
yeah.
wheels. You like to get it sideways, it sounds like.
Anything with a motor. Yeah.
That's
Anything
awesome.
that makes noise and goes fast, I'm all over it.
Dude, that's killer. And so NASCAR, drag racing, you got the Corvette, you got the truck. You're talking about going fast for low bucks, which is near and dear to my heart. No trailer queens, right, Redneck?
No trailer queens.
You know what I mean? He loves that.
Yeah, one of those,
And can I just say this? He's 23 years old, man. You're doing a lot for being so young, dude.
Yeah.
So congrats on just, keeping it moving forward and staying positive. I want to start off by talking about NASCAR, how you got involved. This story is really cool. And then we'll get into drag racing and stuff like that. But let's touch on that.
Yeah, so basically I started off racing off-road desert stuff, trophy truck, 1450 class, everything on the West Coast. And long story short, there was a horrific crash, the MDR night race. Shut the series down, ended the series for me. I couldn't race off-road anymore. We couldn't really afford to go into the other bigger series and be competitive. So my parents, kind of behind my back, signed me up for this little arrive and drive NASCAR school,
Gotcha.
local to me. And went to it, did it, ran my 40 laps, liked it. It was fun. I wasn't jumping up and down about it. I wasn't freaking out. And they said, just go back again. We'll sign you up for one more little deal.
Right.
And the second time I went back, I was signed up for 2 40-lap sessions. And the first session, the other guy that I was supposed to be driving with had his own car, his own team, like the whole 9 yards, and it was pretty intimidating.
Right.
I've only had like 40 laps of experience ever in a circle track car on a circle track,
Right.
and it was pretty nerve-wracking. So the first session, they couldn't get his car running. I went out, did my own thing, did good, and by the time the second session came around, they got his car up and running, and basically they set us a half a track apart, so we were out of each other's way. And by the end of our session, I reeled him in and passed him. And when I got out of the car, all the school guys were like, do you know what you just did? Do you understand what you just did? And I'm like, oh no, did I just break the car? Like I don't know what I do. And like, no, you just ran this guy down and passed him, and that was badass, super cool. And as I was walking out in the parking lot, about to get in the car to go home, the team owner ran me down and said, "Hey man, that was some pretty cool stuff.
That's
If
awesome.
you want to drive, here's my card."
Yeah, some Days of Thunder shit right there. Shout out Days of Thunder.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, that's killer, man.
No, it was crazy. It was being in the right place at the right time.
And
for
so
sure.
you raced you racing a couple different series?
Yeah, so I started off in the Wheelin' All-American Series, West Coast deal. Raced at in California, Nevada, couple of tracks around the area, and then petitioned to move up into the K&M Pro West Series, and instantly was accepted into that, and ran the
Perfect,
Pro
man.
West Series for about a year.
That's awesome. We got anything coming in for Griffin?
Well,
Or
first
what
off,
we're gonna do a giveaway?
I'm blown away by the farm truck.
Oh.
That is the ultimate sleeper. I just seen the video. That thing passing cars on the track. Like, tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about the farm truck.
So basically, the farm truck is, I've got a 56 Chevy Apache pickup. Doesn't have a cage, no safety stuff, no nothing, just a big gnarly turbo motor or it's not even big, but it makes big power, and it's a fast truck. And I kept getting kicked out of the tracks because there's no safety stuff in it. So my buddy Sean, good friend of mine, is actually the owner of the farm truck. He said, well, hey, life's busy for me right now. I got 2 kids, job, the whole 9 yards. Pull my motor out, put your motor in my truck, and go beat it up, go have fun. And so that's how I've acquired the farm truck, and that's why I've been running it. And in the meantime, my blue truck is going under the knife for some serious chassis work and some big time stuff. So
Put some safety in it. Might be smart.
a little safety, yeah. So some safety stuff, yes, that'll be going in it. But yeah, the farm trucks, it definitely gets some
Ugly
people
and fast.
pissed.
I'm a big fan of that. I mean,
Hell yeah.
pretty's great, but I'm more of I ain't worried about the paint. I just want it to go fast.
That's what it does. It just goes
That's
fast.
coming from a mechanic's point. It ain't got to be pretty. It's just got to beat you down the strip.
That truck is
That's all there is to it.
that truck is your truck, man. Get a case of barbecue
It is.
sauce in the back of that truck.
Hell yeah, there's your delivery truck right there.
Delivering moonshine? No, we're delivering barbecue sauce.
That's right.
Yeah, you'll never have a late delivery in your life. I promise you that.
What are you running in a quarter with that truck?
So the best is a 907 at 148.
Yeah, dude. 907, man.
Isn't that scary?
No, I mean it was scary because on that pass, it was actually a couple weekends ago. I was out at the races and 13, 20 videos. All the big guys were there and going crazy all over the truck. So I'm like, you know what? All right, we'll turn it up a little bit and turn the boost up. And I set my boost controller for a certain number. Yeah. And about 300 feet out, the boost controller started flashing overboost. And I didn't care, just kept my foot in it, and then started watching the wideband get leaner and leaner and leaner. And I'm like, come on, finish line, please get there. And luckily nothing happened, didn't hurt the motor, and ran the best pass it did. So it was a pretty crazy pass.
Dude, I love that. Drag racing is a big part of mine. We're gonna do some giveaways first, if that's okay.
Yeah, you can. I just got go ahead.
Okay, I got a couple of giveaways here. We got Pure Gear $100 gift card. We got 2 of them. The first one going to Niles Chambers, and Tom Graft gets the second one. Congratulations, guys. Pure Gear stuff is good stuff. Go ahead, Redneck.
I got a question from the earlier winner. It was John Marksman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you like speed, but could you ever see yourself building a mud drag or mud bog drags ever in the future?
Oh hell yeah, absolutely.
That'd be cool.
It's funny. I mean, I've talked about putting paddle tires on the farm truck, taking it to Glamis, and go do the sand drags in the truck. And I grew up in the dirt. I grew up riding dirt bikes and stuff. So, dude, mud is like that's awesome.
So when you want to do this?
Yeah, like
see, a couple hours. I mean, after the show, let's go bolt some paddle tires on it.
Dude, taking that truck to Glamis, could you imagine? That'd be crazy. That'd be amazing.
Stick that in my backyard. We got a mud pit.
There you go. Yeah.
What do you got going on in the future, man? For the future of the motorsports, let's say.
The future. I mean,
What would you like to do?
My long-term goal is basically to race every type of discipline.
Yeah.
Every different type of motorsport there is.
That's a great
rally
goal. That's a great goal.
And all that fun stuff. I mean, I'm really starting to sink my teeth into the drag race world and also the road course endurance race world with my Corvette.
Yes.
I love that car. That was the first car I bought on my own, the first car I really bought on my own. Yeah. And it's just been slowly just getting a little faster and faster. It's got a Magnuson blower on it and APR, full aero on it. And you got a pretty amazing family too. You're building a Chevelle. Is your dad? Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's pretty special. Let's talk about that.
Since I've been really sinking my teeth into the drag racing, my dad has always been there by my side. Actually, my mom and sister as well. And my dad, he's got the '66 Chevelle. It's a little Sunday cruiser, basic, 350 small block, 4-speed, Muncie. Just a great Sunday cruiser. And he's kind of low key here and there. Said, hey, I want to, what do you think the Chevelle would run in the quarter? I'm like, well. With about 300 horsepower, a 4-speed that you can't shift fast, and no tires, probably about 20 seconds. And he's like, "Well, no. Well, let's think about setting that car up and letting me run it." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." So
it's so fun, dude.
I just built a motor for it, for the
What's the motor?
It's a 377-inch blown small block.
Okay.
And
that's not bad, man.
It shouldn't keep that car.
77.
Yeah, it should keep the car pretty motivated.
Nice. And your sister Haley?
Oh, she's
killer.
She's crazy. Yeah,
she's in some killer movies. True Grit. What else? What are some of the big ones?
3 Days to Kill. Pitch Perfect movies.
Right.
She's done so much now.
Is she into cars too?
Not
as much as you guys.
It's funny. When I'm not racing, I'm with her, driving her around. Being the professional big brother, if you will.
Yeah.
And she hates it when I go fast, but every once in a blue moon, I can talk her into getting in the car with me. And she's done a lap at Auto Club Speedway with me in the Corvette, and made some passes with me in the farm truck. And it's a killer deal. We support each other, and couldn't do without my family.
Man, that's awesome. You guys are killing it, dude. 23 years old. Stick around.
Definitely.
We got to get John another drink. Can we do that? Thank you, please.
I got one more. And, one more question.
Oh, yeah, give him one more.
Steve Gibby wants to know how much shake and how much bake is in farm truck.
All of it.
How much?
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
How much shake?
The horsepower and the torque. What you got in that thing?
What's your shake to bake ratio.
That's funny. On kill mode, the truck should make probably 1250.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and about $1,000 worth of torque.
That's ridiculous.
It's a good time, yeah.
Wow. It's enough not to have to poop out real rabbits on the track, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's enough to handle those twin turbo Lambos and R8s.
Oh
so.
man, that must be so fun.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
That just must feel so good.
I have a
right
comment.
to the soul.
He from Randall Smothers, and he says, "Giving me a Paul Walker vibe. Am I a dude?"
Nice. I think he just got hit on. Sweet.
I think so. I wouldn't believe that he's 23.
And I'm a dude.
Oh,
And
Okay.
I'm a dude.
sorry.
Whatever
Looks like you got a premature bromance going.
Man.
whatever floats your boat, man. I mean,
Well, he's
Kinda,
23
yeah.
and he's security for his sister, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not.
That
believe
must be, that must be interesting. There's a lot of probably pretty women around you all day. That sounds really tough. If you need a stand-in, I know a guy.
I'm gonna need your help.
Thanks, man.
I need some help. I like to share, but geez, man, it gets exhausting.
It's too much. Yeah, I feel you. I know your pain. Quickly, I want to announce a special announcement for the MuscleKingz Car Show and Concert. We have our first date for next year. It's March 31st in Phoenix, Arizona. So I'm calling to action. Anybody in the Phoenix area, surrounding area, if you got a car, a cool car, if you're friends with cars, get on our website, register your car with us. There's going to be a killer lineup of artists. We're going to have an awesome car show March 31st, and there's going to be more shows that we're going to be announcing along the way. And what else do we got? We're going to do, I think that's it, but we still got more show. We've got Jon Henson coming up, our feature car. We're looking at it right now, 1970 Chevy Nova, which is super cool with that Trans Am feel. And we're going to do a giveaway.
Yeah.
We're going to do a giveaway with Molecule car cleaning package, and this stuff's really trick. It gets all the grease off everything. So if you don't know, they do motorsports, but they can also do regular sports like hockey stinks. If your hockey gear stinks, you got to go with the Molecule stuff. I stand behind the product. They see them in the next commercial like this.
They're like worldwide. I went to
This
Australia.
gets Redneck's hands clean, and
That's good stuff right there.
that's got to be strong stuff.
It's got to be strong.
Here's our two winners. It's Reggie Wynn and Louis Correa. Correa. How do you say that? Congratulations. Griffin, thanks for coming down, man. You gonna stick around?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Dude, heck yeah, man. So right now we're going to go to a clip of our featured car. It's Jon Henson's 1970 Chevy Nova. Check it out.
There's trouble in the streets, trouble on the concrete. They'll hook you up, keep looking out. But as long as you believe, promise you the world, never promise be the same. But until we stop the players, we're just losers in the game. Don't it hurt? Don't it hurt? The shit they put inside your head. Go to work, go to work. Pay those niggas down till you're dead. Until you're dead. Till you're dead. Till you're dead. Till you're until you're dead. Till you're dead. Till you're dead. Until you're dead. Till you're dead. Till you're dead. Till you're dead.
We're back. I'm sitting here with Jon Henson. Welcome to the show, John. Big part of Curry Enterprises. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Thank you for bringing your hot rod. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We really love the look of it when it came off the trailer there. I know you just built it, so we're not you're saying it's Trailer Queen, but I know you're coming a bit of a distance, but it's just recently finished.
Correct.
9-year project, 460 cubic inch big block.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it a little bit, man.
Sure. And going for hours about it, man. How much
Nice.
time do you have?
We have ours.
Right on.
We do.
Yeah, a long time project. I'm more of a suspension chassis guy. Obviously Curry Enterprises kind of goes along with that. So I'll talk about that first. It's Chris Allison's Chassis Works front clip on it. It's got a Ride Tech 4-link in the back. big 14-inch 6-piston bare brakes on it. It's one of those things it's kind of built to handle, twisty, curvy kind of stuff. Looking forward to getting it out and try to get into some road course stuff with it. Is the plan. So Willow Springs, Streets of Willow, a little bit of autocross with it.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And that's the idea. Chassis wise is what I kind of put into it there. It's got a full roll cage. Hits the frame in every way we possibly could do. It's 468 big block, Edelbrock aluminum heads, Victor Jr. intake. It's got the Phytech fuel injection on it. It's got a turbo hanging off of the front of it.
Saw that.
Yeah, so it's got the turbo hanging off the front of it. And right now the next mode of action is to kind of figure out how to get it tuned up.
Sure.
We got to get it tuned so the thing's running right. We're going to plug it in, get the Phytech unit to kind of control the timing, boost retard, and make it all work. And then get out and pound the gas
Just
pedal.
any race car is when you first build, it's always a work in progress. You always got to figure out stuff and dial stuff in. You're making adjustments. Everyone we've had on the show, it says the same thing, because we got a lot of new builds. But it's really exciting, and there's a lot of styling cues because of that Trans Am sort of ode to that era. Mm-hmm. I like it. It's wide, and we talked about fabricated. You fabricated the front fenders, you've widened them, and the back's got it flared out. So you get a little more width, but it gives that stock car look.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 2 inches more on the front, 2 inches more on the back. Fenders have been pulled out. It's also mini-tubbed, and then the inner fenders are completely hand-fabbed, too, on the front. So it allows me to shove a 19 by 13 on the back with a 345 wide tire and a 295 up front. So it's a lot of tire.
It's a lot of tire, man. No, the thing sits really nice. Looks really good. And
so I was talking to you before you came on, and you were just basically talking about the passion behind this car. All you basically want to do is smile when you get in this
Yes,
car. Don't
absolutely.
enter gear, do a burnout on the freeway if you need to.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your journey building this thing.
Well, it's definitely been a long journey. So in the 8 years that we've been building this car, I've had 2 kids, we bought a home, so it's kind of prolonged the build of the car. But the whole idea behind this was I wanted a big block car. I didn't want to LS something. Everybody's got LS this, LS that, and I've had LS cars, and they're a lot of fun. I mean, it's a plug and play. That motor's built to rock and roll.
Yeah,
totally get it. But I like to pop the hood for once, at a car show or and see something that is totally different. You know what I mean? And going back to that old school just oomph of it all with the big block and I wanted to be able to go out and put a big smile on my face. I wanted to pull it out. I can put my 6-year-old in it, and we can go do a burnout. And she enjoys it, I enjoy it, and it's on command. It's just shove it back in second gear, just ratchet it down real quick, and feel the wheels spin, and then just ratchet it back up and feel it jerk, and have all that big block torque behind it. And that's why we built it this way. I get a lot of guys that are like, "Oh, you tried to build a pro touring car." It's like, no, it's not really a pro touring car. Oh, it's not a street fighter car. I didn't try to subscribe to any one thing other than this right here, and try to make that keep happening. So that's the whole idea behind
nowadays
it.
too, because back when we were all growing up as older cats, we grew up, we were always in some kind of a hot rod, some kind of beater, jalopy. It didn't matter what it was.
No seatbelts.
Yeah, no seatbelts. Yeah. The funnest part, your dad throwing your head in the back of the seat or tell you to try to grab a $100 bill off the dash and you couldn't get it.
Yeah, just if you get too
caught
caught
didn't have $100.
Yeah, I think if you get too caught up in subscribing to any one genre or any I got to build it this way and I got to compete with this guy who's got $300,000 in a car or whatever it is. It's like, you know what? I'm over all that, man. That's not really why I wanted to build this. For me, it was like I wanted to have the fun of it. I wanted to be able to go out and just romp on it and have a good time with it. And it was just me, it was an extension of me. I wanted the big fat fenders. I wanted the big fat wheels and tires. I machined the wheels. I designed the wheels. I made them that way. I was chasing that look. I wanted that look, that Trans Am look, because to me, those guys had so much fun back in the day with that series. It was just muscle cars that were designed and engineered and built to perform in that series, and they had a great time doing it. Now it's like, it's just all too damn serious.
Yeah, well, I see the Hoonigan sticker on the back, so you're holding up to the Hoonin.
Trying. Absolutely. Every day I can, any opportunity that I possibly can. So.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
I'm a Boost guy. I love Boost. You said turbo.
Turbo.
What's the situation there?
So this is my first turbo car, and so I'm trying to learn as much as I possibly can. In retrospect, I should have put duals on it. Mm-hmm. So with the big block, it kind of needed more, but it's got a T4 76 millimeter turbo on it, just a single 0.94 AR. So So far, I've seen about 8 pounds of boost coming up on it, and we're just trying to figure out how to dial all that in timing-wise, with the injection and how this motor really runs. So I learned a lot along the way about turbos. A good friend of mine that built the roll cage for this car, Overkill Fabrication, he kind of talked me into the turbo, and he's like, dude, I'll build you the turbo headers. This thing's going to rock. You're going to love it. And he's a drag race guy. So, he was all for, just put turbos on it. Let's put turbos on it. So he talked me into it, and I've been having a great time with it. So I'm learning a lot about it. But, so far, I've got up to 8 pounds of boost. The whole goal with this motor and with the turbo was to try to crest the 800, horsepower mark. So we're going to dyno tune it at the Phytech location in Riverside on Friday after we kind of dial it all in, and then fingers crossed we'll see what we get out of it.
Oh, yeah, right on.
Yeah.
I like it. We're going to do a little giveaway right here. We've got the American-made Hogue knife, homies of Rednecks over there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good knives. And then the winner is Brian Moline from somewhere, USA, maybe.
So bummed I forgot mine today.
You've got to keep tuning in. You got to show up because you're going to win something. All you got to do is comment or send us a picture or say something. You can do the heart or the happy face or the poop emoji. We'll even take a poop emoji and still send you a gift. How's that? No? No
Just
poop
tune
emojis?
in and follow either way, I like the poop emoji, though.
Okay, you do.
It's a shitty deal.
There you go.
So we're getting in some really bitchin' cars on our direct messages. So keep them coming in. We want to see your guys' cars. Share them, comment, get involved. And we actually have a fan favorite as well. So Louise Correa with the 69 Camaro.
Let's take a look. Yeah, that's correct.
That's clean.
Now we got this 69 Camaro's got 875 horsepower, 900 foot-pounds of torque.
That's a big hood.
Yeah, it's a big hood.
There's not.
We got over $100,000 into this car. It's a 4L80E, overdrive tranny, custom parts, and interior.
Not a lot to brag about that.
We also got another fan favorite, Jeremiah Cordova. It's a 2011 Dodge Challenger SRT 392. Now this bad dog's got 12 pounds of boost. JBA L long tube headers, 274 comp cam, and 780 horsepower in this thing.
Did someone say boost?
Yeah, boost.
Bad Mama Jama.
Boost. I like that, man. Griffin's like, boost?
Boost.
That's a key word of the day.
Thank you guys for posting your cars and putting them on there. We do look at your cars throughout the weeks when we're not filming too, so make sure to submit them.
Yeah.
DM us and let us know, and then if you got a nice car and we like it or the fans like it, we'll get you on the show.
Yeah,
if not, we
Redneck.
just like to see it anyways.
That's right, Redneck.
Yeah.
Redneck for president, 2019.
Redneck for president.
I'm running.
President, dude. He's got a
Don't
mohawk.
shoot yet.
He's got a mohawk.
And you're going to have everyone squirrel fishing.
Oh, and quickly, before we talk about Curry, because I do want to talk about you guys.
Sure.
The paint. You had a funny story about the paint. And then, yeah.
Okay. So the paint was supposed to be the same color as a Volkswagen Beetle Red.
Right, which is red.
Which is red. It's super red. It's a lot different than what actually how this turned
that
out.
doesn't look super
so long story short is basically my painter was shooting it, and he called me up and he's like, dude, I'm running out of paint. And I'm like, man, I gave you like 3 gallons of that stuff, and it's not cheap, dude. The paint's expensive. I'm like,
Sure
okay,
is.
well, how much more do you need? He's like, well, I got to be honest with you, I didn't base the paint first, so it's just soaking in on it, and usually with the red I think you throw down a guacamole primer on it and
match.
stuff. So I was like, okay dude, well let me get you what I can. He's like, how much more do you need? And he's like, well, I just need to do the underside of the hood and the underside of the trunk. I'm like, okay, cool. So I brought it and I looked at the car and I'm like, this is absolutely the wrong effing color, bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, it is what it is, and so it's grown on me a lot.
Yeah,
and so the underside of the hood is a little bit lighter, like the red it's supposed to be. But,
I'd like to see.
it turned out okay. I got a lot of compliments on it. It's a lot darker when this, in this type of lighting, and then when you get it out in the sun, it's a lot redder. So, yep.
It's killer, man. No, I really appreciate you bringing it down.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
I want to see it in like a 24-hour race. I could totally see it.
24-hour lemons.
To the lemons.
I don't know about
24-hour lemons race. Traditional.
So did you bring the Nova to the MuscleKingz show in July?
No, I did not bring the Nova. So I built a 1970 long bed C10. So we did that as a promotion for Hot Rod Power Tour. If you guys are familiar with Hot Rod Magazine, Hot Rod Power Tour, it's been a dream of mine to do that since I was 16 years old, right? So got an opportunity to do that with Curry, and we built that truck. We took it and did a complete from the frame down, everything brand new on it, kept it super patina, mounted a rear end on the back bed as like a shop truck, like delivering a rear end, Nice. And we did the damn thing. We did the whole 7 days, long hauler, every stop, checked in, checked out. And that truck was flawless, man. It was so much fun to drive. It had a TMI interior in it, so it was super comfortable. Phytech injection in that one too. Big block, no way, just not going to run the LS. Sorry, guys. So big block. Obviously the Curry rear end, which is a crate rear end that we build for C10s. So the whole idea behind that was, a delivery truck delivering a C10 rear end that we build, which is a bolt-in for any year C10. We do them for all the year C10s, all the way from 62 and all the way up. So, truck arm, leaf spring stuff, bolt-in, rock and roll kind of deal.
Right.
And so we wanted to promote that, and it was the perfect opportunity to do that. So we did it with the C10. It was awesome.
That's
great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
There's a long-standing tradition with Curry.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about it. Tell me how long you've been there and
so,
the future of that enterprise.
So Curry Enterprises, as you know, have been around since 1958, maybe forever. Frank Curry started the business a long time ago, and basically was taking 9-inch rear ends and selling it to, at that time, his employer, which was Taylor Dunn, which was building electric carts. And so it kind of grew from that point, because you had hot rodders that were asking for 9 inches to be modified for hot rods, and then it grew into building bitch and front ends and rear ends for the off-road market. Yep. And I've been there for 3.5 years now. I run the sales department. Actually, real quick, Phil DeLorme that won that bad boy. Yep. He's my boy. He works for Curry, so I'm gonna just deliver that for Phil.
It's a
so
fix.
Phil, I got you, boy.
It's rigged.
Yep. Curry's an awesome place to work. It's cool. Frank Curry. Unfortunately, he passed away last year. And his 3 sons that are running the business now that are very involved. So it's very cool to work for guys that are actually car guys, that are hands-on. I mean, they'll go back there, and if they're they're building third members and they're building things and they're hands-on on the business. They're there every day at 7 a.m. and they're passionate individuals about what they do, and they basically have taken everything that they've learned from their dad and from their hobby and applied it to Curry Enterprises. So their dad was a hot rodder. He was an off-roader. They're hot rodders and off-roaders. Right. And, they've filled that niche for a performance rear end in every part of that industry. So if you've got a trophy truck, if you've got a rock crawler, you've got a 9-second farm truck.
My 56.
You have a 9-second farm truck.
my 56 and the farm truck have Curry Enterprise.
No way!
There you go.
Shout out Curry. That deserves a hand clap. It's a family coming together.
Yep.
They're really an incredible family.
They
definitely
amazing.
rule the market.
Absolutely.
All right, we got a giveaway real quick here. We got an Olo clip and a hat from Rednecks Motorsports. Come on. Mm-hmm. So we got a pack. It goes to James Lopez.
Jamie.
Here you go, James.
I love that family tradition, man. That's how I came up. My dad was a hot rodder, race car driver. That's where I learned from. We were talking a little bit about that, and so we're doing a 56 Chevy. It was my dad's first car. He got it when he was 18. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to interview myself here, but I'm just sharing. And I'm putting a 56 324 rocket oils in it, and we're doing a Muncie 4-speed, so period correct kind of street car, race car.
Rad.
And we haven't figured out the rear end. We got a 57 Bel Air rear end, so that might be enough.
I wouldn't say that's enough.
Yeah,
if you're going to go hot rodding and want to have some fun with it. We've
got
a bolt-in for the new Tri-5.
That's where I was going with this.
I hang them on the shelf. We hang them on the shelf at the shop. I've probably got 10 on the rack right now.
No shit.
Yeah, so we take them off, build them to put a third member in them. You tell me, or we figure out what gear ratio is best based on the type of driving you're going to do, based on transmission.
It's got to go a quarter mile, man.
Yeah, well, I got you.
No, it's got.
Absolutely.
No, we want to take it down the road too, man. But we can always change gears for the track too.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll build one complete. We basically, the majority of our customers, when they call and buy something, they're getting disc brakes or drum brakes. They're getting the third member fully built. The whole thing is fully assembled. Dog's getting excited here.
What dog?
So we can build something complete for you.
Dude, that's awesome. I would love that.
Absolutely. So I have a question from Kevin Fitzsimmons. Have you swapped out the steering rack with something with a quicker ratio?
So it came from Chris Allison's chassis works with the rack and pinion in it. So it's their setup for their G Street, which is a quicker ratio setup already. And then I've got that I did it column that just basically hooks up right to it with a double D rod and then the universal joints that screw into it. So it's already a quick ratio straight from chassis works with that clip.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep.
I have to add, I have in my 62 Impala, in my 62 short bed Chevy, I have Curry rear ends. And
Thank
those
you.
two.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
Feeling the love
Yeah,
already.
dude. We're not messing around. I'm the only guy on set without a fucking Curry.
We need to fix that. We need
No,
to
I
fix
don't
that
got one
ASAP.
either.
Okay, two of us. We'll sort it out.
And
We'll
you
sort it out.
off-road a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got solutions on both sides, man.
We'll be talking.
I want to talk
We've got a lot of stuff
about
off-road.
because you guys were at the Muscle King's car show, and so were you last year. 2017. It was in July. We had Dan and Shay, Rodney Atkins at Silver Lakes in Norco, California. We had hundreds of cars, and over 10,000 people were in attendance.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's not only our brand, but we're trying to put people together and also have a great time.
It's a
Some
good
music
time,
and-
man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just to plug the show a little bit as a participant that went.
Yeah.
It's a different type of car show. It's a car show where there's music going on.
Yeah.
There's you can show up a little bit later and leave a lot later.
Right,
Right. It's not the typical.
you don't have to be there at 6 a.m. You're gone. Everyone's gone there at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly right.
happens a lot.
People just
That's
keep
my
on
kind of
coming
show
and
then.
coming. and
Yeah,
coming.
they
It's
just keep coming,
Show
man.
up late, stay late.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Right next to that. It should be like first one there, last one leave. You're like, nah, I'll get there when I want. Leave.
I'm not one of
Maybe
those
I'll
people
never
that just
leave.
wakes up and go, it's a good morning. I'm like, hell no. I'm starting to function. 2 o'clock, I hit my prime.
Yeah.
AM.
So speaking about the car show, everyone in the Phoenix, Arizona area, make sure to keep sharing your pictures. They're coming to town.
Yeah. Share on Facebook. Hit us up on Instagram. We'll do that. Okay. Welcome back. So that was a clip from the 2017 July show, MuscleKingz concert series. Here's our last giveaway for the evening. It's the big one, the $500 gift card from K&N Air Filters. And our winner is Justin Stawall from Wisconsin. Congratulations, Justin. You wanted to add something?
Yeah,
John?
so not the last giveaway. If you don't mind, I brought a
there's one
couple
more
of
giveaway.
things. So I'd like to, I think I have enough. Let me go ahead and grab them. Brian, do you mind helping me out real quick? Or somebody can bring those over. Got a couple of hats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yep,
There you
yep.
go.
I don't need my jacket. You can keep
Gifts
that.
on set. Here they come. Fine.
So there you go. You got one.
No hats on the rest video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
dude.
that's hard.
Thanks,
No
man.
hats on the video.
And you guys can fight over that one.
Redneck.
So hopefully mud and wrestling was
I can get
involved.
one from Casey.
You have an Instagram.
Looking forward to the mud and wrestling part, but all right.
It's like squirrel fishing on turn 4.
That's an art. Turn 11.
I want to
Good
thank
sake.
all of our viewers, all of everyone who tuned in with us, especially those who were with us at the very beginning. This is it for this year. I want to say happy holidays. We're going to come back next year super strong. We're going to have awesome cars. Please don't stop sending us pictures of your builds, of your cars, your friends' cars. Send us your questions and comments. MuscleKingz Show is our Instagram. My guest, John Henson from Curry Enterprises,
Thank you for having
Griffin
me.
Steinfeld, my driver, and Jon Secks, 67 Chevelle. My co-host, SarahPriceMX.com. That's your website, not your name. Sarah Price, and of course Redneck Motorsports. Redneck. I'm your host, M. Rivers. All the music in the clips is my music. I'm a singing songwriter. You can check out my music on iTunes and Spotify, and my website's mriversofficial.com. Thank you for coming, and drive fast and die last. Oh yeah. The Lounge.
Get lost when those clothes come on. You make me feel like you're all that I need. You only take what you want, and that's when you leave. You only want me when you're looking for there's no one to blame here. You need a man, I'm here for you. 'Cause I know